What up, world? It's your boy Mark Walter Ward, Super Fast Show, Super Fast Network. Today we got with us Uncle Trill, the man Chris Crack himself, fresh off the release of his album, Growthfully Developed. How you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good, bro.
Hey, I figured we start off with something light and easy. Why you think white people like gangster rap so much?
Because it's about niggas killing niggas. To be real. It's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, it's very entertaining, yo. One of my white homies told me one of the most entertaining things to watch is black people argue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, at least that man's honest, I guess.
Yeah, right.
I ain't never said, I never even thought, man, bro. I ain't even so much as go to school with too many white people. So I went to a black college and shit. And to be real with you, before I moved to Tampa, the most white people I ever been around was in jail or prison. And I never even would have thought of no shit like that. Damn.
Yeah.
That shit kind of took me aback. What was your reaction to that shit?
I don't know, man. It was, you know, it was interesting. But it was true though, you know what I mean? So
yeah, nah, I mean, well, hey, just for the record, I don't like algorithms.
yeah.
So it ain't all of us. Like, be real with you, bro. I missed out on my white privilege check. Sometimes I think like you know, there's a lot of truth in your music, and I think one of the truest things in life is that you know, I don't know if I made this shit up, but I be saying it all the time. I think the greatest trick the devil ever pulled is making poor people think that they're each other's enemies. Because think of like think about like when Larry Hoover was starting, you know, the political organization that he got falsely framed for, and Fred Hampton and them, and they was uniting, you know, Latinos, whites, but what all those people have in common, they was getting fucked over by the system. Then the government said, oh, we can't have that shit. So you know, they want to keep us at each other's necks.
Yeah, hell yeah. Turn the poor against each other, man. That's the biggest weapon, man.
But that being said, like it is clearly a stronger anti-black agenda than anything. I've always wondered, like what about black people scares? I don't know if it's the government, because I don't know if I believe in the government, but the they. Like, I wonder what about them scared? Like why are y'all so motherfucking scared? Like they got like a tablet saying that there'll be a messiah that emerges that overthrows them or some shit. You know what
I mean? Man, it's a long story, man. It's a real long story, G.
I bet we only know like 30-40% of it.
I know, right?
But I mean, I don't know. I don't know how we got into that shit. Like, it's because you Chris Crack, you know what I'm saying? You rap about anything. I guess you know, you can talk to about anything. Yo.
Oh yeah, man. You know, it's whatever.
Yo, on that new album though, bro. Like you know, I don't know if you remember who I am. I used to be Drankin' Dank. I've been posting your music since like Project Mayhem days, New Deal Crew, all that type shit. And
yeah. I remember that shit, man. And I'm changing this angle because it's kind of glary. You know what I'm saying? Glary back that shit. Yeah. But Think and Drink, yeah, hell yeah, man. I remember that shit, man.
And I ain't saying that because I'm trying to get no credit or no flowers. But that being said, I heard a lot of your music, and bruh, I think a Blunt Force's Trauma might be my favorite song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I really fuck with that joint, and like I ain't gonna front, like I listen to every. I mean, because bro, you release more albums than motherfucking George Clinton and shit. So I ain't gonna front, like I listen to all of them like more than twice, but I have listened to all of them at least twice. Like I listened to the joint you did with Tree at least 20 times. Thank you, Uncle Trill. Shit, that stay in the rotation. You know what I mean? But
my man, I appreciate that, bro. Real talk.
I mean, I appreciate good music, so it's an even exchange. You know what I'm saying? But
my bad.
What you think? Do you think that's the best song on the album?
Well, my favorite song is Therapy Don't Work, Try Drugs.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, that's my. I mean,
when you say that, you talking about Psychedelics?
Yeah.
Word. That's shit. That's good advice. You know, we just gonna jump around because that was one thing I was gonna ask you. Like, I don't mean to be presumptuous because you know, you should never stereotype anybody by how they look, what they say, how they dress. But I thought it was a pretty safe bet that you have experimented with psychedelics at some point. I myself
Oh
have.
yeah.
I myself have extensively. I used to be a addict. Um, and I guess I'm like what you call California sober. Like I smoke weed. I ain't had a drink or done no like coconut in like more than way over 10 years. And
Yeah.
but I guess I'm like extra California sober because I love some motherfucking psychedelics, and you know I've been in solitary and all that shit, and like that shit helped. Like I noticed after the first time I did acid, I started sleeping a little bit better, and it definitely reduced the amount of nightmares I had.
Yeah.
But so
Hell
you know
yeah.
that being said, you remember the first time you tried psychedelics?
Yeah, man. I don't know if I remember the very first. Yeah, I probably do. I know I had to be.
What was it like with me? I had shrooms mad times before I had acid because I was up in the DC area. You ain't really catch no acid and shit, but like in Northern Virginia, you could find like motherfuckers that went cow tipping and pick shrooms out shit or whatever they do.
I think it was acid first. I think I don't really remember, but yeah. Yeah. I've had some crazy ass experiences, but I've learned to, you know, like tone the dosage down, and then you can use that shit for creative reasons. You know what I mean?
Or you ever fuck with like that DMT shit or anything, or ayahuasca and anything like beyond that?
Yeah, like I hit a DMT pin, and it was like it was like the people I was with was like, yeah, you could feel it, and I could feel like what it was like supposed to do,
right?
Because it was like kind of weak, so they were like, keep hitting it, keep. I'm like, nah, I already see where this is going. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be like a K-hole or some shit. Hell no.
Yeah, you be going like under, like I did it once, and like you supposedly like go under to like another I don't know dimension or whatever if it's real or your perception, and like I fought that shit, and it was one of them like Maze Runners or Divergence or some shit on TV, right? And like all the people started looking like lizard people, you know what I mean? But that shit only lasted for like 10 minutes. I mean it was just cool, but like you know it didn't make you feel good or no shit like that. You ain't want to do the shit again. But like they say, you don't get the effect if you unless you go under, and I fought that shit like a motherfucker. But you know that being said, a blunt forces trauma is an awesome title, and bro, like you the man on the titles. I see you in an interview you said you don't be remembering your lyrics like that, but I know you gotta remember your motherfucking title. So maybe not necessarily best or funniest, but what's your favorite title?
Probably crackheads live longer than vegans.
Yeah.
Because that's a, you know, it's like a double play on that. You know what I mean? And Jesus dropped the charges. Titty milk and cookies, man.
Shit, word. Do you do? I know you do mad merch with like tapes and vinyls and shit. Do you ever like press up shirts of like covers of this?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Got some shit, man. I'll send you one, man. I'll send you one. Hit me with your address and shit. These ain't even out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even announced them or nothing. People don't even know I got these yet.
Oh, that's what's up. That's love. See, man, I got these bright ass lights. I can't see the jump because of the, that's why I be wearing the sunglasses. I heard on Mad Jones they be saying you look like an asshole when you wear sunglasses indoors. I mean, these motherfucking lights be at my eyes watering, so I ain't trying to look like I'm crying and shit every time I do a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I dig it.
Yo, you heard that new shit, Sleazy Flow by homeboy Sleazy World Go?
Yeah, I've heard it. I heard it on TikTok.
Yeah, like I did a show with him, right? Like 3 days ago. Imagine me doing that shit with like tears streaming down my face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, so a joke to fuck my head up. You know. Speaking of which, like I mean, I safely say I knew about your music at least 2012, if not before that. And I like how OK Player, what's the title of this? OK Player had an article that said, in his own words, how 2020 became the year everyone started to love Chris Crack. And you know, like I said, I love Chris Crack since New Deal Crew, Chris Crack music.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
What was it like? And I don't want to phrase this insultingly, because as far as I knew, you was always popping because I like the music, and I don't be like counting people's pockets and shit. And like gear wise, it always looked like you was doing good. But so what about your careers taking off?
Shit, Fool's Gold Records. And just doing, like, I'm about to get back out here on these shows, man. You know, they shut shit down, man. It was like you couldn't do shows. That shit was fucked up, man. But yeah, man, the shows and fucking albums with Fool's Gold Records. And fucking, I got like 3 albums in the cut, you know, ready for a motherfucker, you know what I mean?
Shit, do you ever not?
Sometime, maybe. Nah, but yeah, maybe.
Word. Hey, so I know you said you don't remember your lyrics like that, but I mean, you got to remember some of them, because like I mean, you know, when I saw in one interview, you said you don't consider yourself funny, and I kind of agree, because like you ain't trying to be funny. It's like it's so much truth in what you're saying. I mean, some of the titles you was obviously, you know, got to chuckle out that shit. But I bet you a lot of that shit that the music critic would consider funny is just really you telling the truth of the situation, phrased in a different manner than they're accustomed to hearing.
It's just kind of like laughing so you don't have to cry about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know about it, bro. I know about it.
Yeah. So it's like you wouldn't consider it parody because I'm not joking. You know, it's just real rap.
Yeah, nah, and like no disrespect to like Humpty Hump or anything like that, but like I saw like the tone of some of the things that they write about you. It's almost like it's a character, and I'm like, man, y'all ain't listening, y'all ain't catching it, or maybe they only heard like they do like the top songs on Spotify or something, you know, and then they don't get like the full range, you know.
Yeah, no, you know, I experienced that one time in person. I ain't gonna say where we was at, but I was at a famous person's crib, and they were like, "Yo, play Chris Crack on you know, Spotify or whatever," and it just played the top 10. I'm just thinking in my mind, like, no, these are not the songs that I would want you to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like off the top like that. Like, no. But you know.
Word. Hey, we're gonna get right back to that, but I done took you on a tangent though. What's a line of yours that just made you say like "God damn" or just surprised you when you wrote it, or I don't know if you wrote it when you made it up, whatever.
I don't really know off the top, because I'd have to like really think, but I do know that a lot of the time I write my shit, and then I listen to it in a different state of mind, like whether it's psychedelics or whatever, you know, whatever. And I will a lot of the time be like, "Ooh, shit, like I wrote that shit, like damn." You know what I'm saying? Not even, you know, trying to be cocky or nothing like that. It's just like, damn, you know, okay.
No, I mean, yeah, man, credit, man, always give credit where credit is due, especially to yourself. Like that's some back to the society shit. That's some flaw of our society that you gotta be so humble that you can't even give yourself credit for talent or achievement or whatever. And there ain't nothing cocky about saying you're good at something you're good at. You know, like if you act like you're better than you are, I guess. I mean, that's neither here nor there though. But back to the Spotify shit. You know, that being said, about how you didn't like the songs, I saw that you or your team or whatever put up a "This Is Chris Crack" playlist today on Spotify. Nice hour, 49 minutes. You did you know about that?
No, I didn't, but I'm sure it's somewhere in my phone. Like,
they did a good job, bro. They did a real good job. You know, a good selection from all points of your career. They didn't just try to focus on the features. They got the Conway and Tree Joan in there, but then they didn't get the Conway. What was the one Joan with the Rambo shit?
Yeah, that was with I forgot who that was with, man. I apologize.
It was like with 5 people. I mean, bro, like you can only, like there's like some evolutionary shit that like a person can only really remember 150 people at once. And I know you must. I know you must deal with a lot of people because like I'm cool with BrahmaBull. They put your song with BrahmaBull on the playlist, and
that's
okay. So I was just curious. So how'd you end up working with BrahmaBull? Because like man, talk about somebody underrated.
I feel like it was like a Max B playlist or something that he put together, something some years ago or some shit like that. And then like, I don't know, like a couple years ago, he's like, yo, you know, came back on the scene kind of thing and just was like, yo, let's work. And yeah, it's been like that. I think we did about 3 or 4 songs together.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
I need to find them other 3 now. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. So somebody like you is so hard to keep up with the catalog. It's a blessing and a curse, I guess.
That's how I wanted to. I don't ever want a person to be able to say they heard all my songs.
Nah, I like that, bro. Because like for instance, I fuck with Diana Ross, Hard Body, right?
Yeah.
And like it's always something I'm finding that I ain't never heard before. I mean, it's like 80 albums. Like I got Diana Ross and the Supreme sing country and western. And
there you go.
And that shit motherfucking crank. So like Chris Crack, it'd be motherfucking 2038, and I'll be coming back to it like a 2016 John. They'll be brand new to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, yeah. I see the vision, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, do people ever think that you like unorganized, or do they realize like how coherent your I don't know what the word would be, like I guess the way you build your brand.
Are you talking about with the verses, or you just talking about just period?
Just in general, because like I've seen from the beginning, like you've crafted like one thing I admire about you, and like I like to think that I have the same quality, is that despite being part of your environment, you're also somewhat different than your environment. Like I know you'll buy clothes because you like them, not because they're popular. And exactly. and like I've always admired how comfortable you were being yourself, and I liked how like you built that up exponentially until now, like, you know, your fan base and even people who are aware of you, like your hater base, who's also your fan base. Shout out to the album titles. You know, they know that they can expect any different subject.
Yeah, they don't think that I'm disorganized in the sense of like that. They be saying sometimes like the real lame nerd ass culture vulture ass motherfuckers, like, who don't get the message, they'll try to be like, oh well, he's just talking gibberish, and that's one thing I'm never doing, is talking gibberish. And if you think it's gibberish, that means it wasn't for you. You know what I'm saying? We can all agree that, like, I've been spitting, I've been rapping, I've been with the lyrics and all that, you know what I'm saying, years and years and years ago. So for a person to even come at me with some like, oh, he's disorganized on the, because they've said this, you know, not a lot, but, you know, a couple times, just been like, his bars were just all over the place and woo woo woo. It's like, how? I'm talking about some real shit that happened. You wasn't following the story. You just used to a person just giving you A, B, C, D, E. No, I'm gonna give you X, 22, 5, 3, F, 9. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it my way. You feel me?
Right.
And motherfuckers, like a lot of these culture vultures, they don't see it like that. They're like, no, it has to be this way. And if it's not this way, then it's not, you know, it's, oh, I'm gonna give you a 7.2 on Pitchfork. Like, fuck out of here, man. Like, and I'm not even talking about a specific writer, because if you go back and look at all my reviews, it's always like a 7.2, 7.3, 7.0. It's like, come on, man. And people like, well, yeah, you know, a 7 is like a 9 in real life in Pitchfork. I'm like, but fuck that, man. They be, you know, motherfuckers be knowing what it is, man. It just don't be to their box that they want.
It's like you said, culture vultures, because like you know, I think one thing about culture vultures, it never like they always talk about the appropriation and the profiting off of it, but you know, one thing they don't talk about is like how a culture vulture semi-immerses, but that never really understands. You know what I'm saying? So they don't see the connective tissue in what you're saying. You know what I mean? And then for real, they don't know what the words mean a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Because like what was you about to say? They never lived there, right?
They never lived it, and it's just like, if you don't know something, then it's like either it's best to find out or like just don't talk about it. It's not to be like, oh, he's just talking gibberish. Why the fuck would you say that? You know what I mean? That's like you not understanding the language, me and you having a conversation over here, and they don't understand it. So they're like, yeah, they're just speaking gibberish. What?
Word. But I bet you them same people was reviewing Wu-Tang albums, had never heard of the 5% Nation, and they never say nothing about that. You know what I mean?
Never, man. Never.
And of course, no disrespect to the gods, but you know, if you don't know what they're saying, like you'd be like, because I'm you know, in the DMV, you know, we had Nation of Islam. There wasn't really no 5%ers that I was aware of, and you know, ain't nobody know that zigzag a lot. You know, nobody knew what it meant. But yeah. we ain't consider it gibberish. We just considered it, you know, something that was out of our purvey. But like another, you know, a jump that got me. I was on parole in Virginia, like when Young Jeezy was popping on like the R. Kelly song level, and so I was around a bunch of I was like around all these like cats that was going to like George Mason, because I worked at this restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like upper class kids, upper middle class kids. And they love some Young Jeezy, and in my head I'm like, how can you even understand what he's saying?
Well,
no, I mean, like I'm talking about the one that was super dope talk heavy, like I'm like, bro, like if I hadn't sold coke before, I wouldn't know what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah, but in the culture, like it's like codes are like codes. It's like they've always been around. We just reusing them. So it's like, you might not know exactly what he's talking about, but you know, kind of in the area what he's talking about. You know what I mean? And then you'll find out later, somebody will be talking about it or something, and you put the two together like, all right.
You know, I've often thought that in a way that gangster rap is kind of like cowardly people's musical zoo. It's where they go to look at the tiger, but they can't get bit by it.
Cowardly people's, what'd you say? Cowardly people's music zoo?
Musical zoo, yeah.
That was dope as fuck, man.
Well,
dope as shit.
I mean, I've just seen like when cats be around like you know, famous gangster rappers that they know about it, like the way they be motherfucking acting just reminded me of like how motherfuckers be like around the lion cage and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really like that shit, and I'm from the era when like anybody can get whooped and like nobody's above anybody. So like when people are like so scared of some guy because he supposedly did something, as I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care what people saying you did or whatever. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I'm not a tough guy. I'm not on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to talk about, you know what I mean? I'm just, ask me about the weather or something. You know what I mean? Because everybody's trying to be tough. And it's like, no one can be tougher than the next motherfucker. So like, let's just not. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the real gangsters get elected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Real talk. Yeah.
So one zone I had to mention before, you know, I ain't trying to hold you up too long, but
you good, bro.
It is you know, while I was doing my research, I watched the Ugly Versace video, and that motherfucking polo hat you had on was just intense, because like that it was white with a yellow and blue band, but then you had like this, and I don't know the colors, but like a colorful button down that matched the motherfucking underside of the bucket hat with some earrings that matched the motherfucking lining on the hat. So and so like you wasn't stunting on me because I asked you, but this is the illest humble brag I ever seen in my life, and plus I need an explanation. So I sent you a screenshot, and that jump was like you know, of the hat and shit, and like, bro, where did you get that low bucket? And you just responded back, the mansion. What I mean, I'll be on hip. I ain't scared. Like what Huey Lewis said, it's hip to be square. What mansion?
The Polo mansion, man. The one on the mansion on Michigan. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's just a Ralph Lauren store, but it's like it's like set up like a mansion. It's dope as fuck. So like, you know, the low heads just be like, yo, where you cop that from? Where did you get that piece? You know, you like from the mansion.
Got you.
The mansion on Michigan.
And Michigan, that's like Lakeshore Drive.
No, that's Michigan Ave.
Got you. See,
Chicago Avenue.
I ain't never been there.
Yeah.
As of yet. Hey, do you remember? Do you remember the first time you met Tree?
Yeah.
And
we met. We were freestyling at this studio for like our big homies, and Tree didn't like me, G. He didn't fuck with me. So when I saw that he didn't fuck with me, I didn't fuck with him.
Really?
And we were like enemies and shit. But then we got cool.
Yeah, and I mean, shit, y'all did like what I consider to be a classic project together.
Yeah.
Put him on the song with Conway, all that.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. You know, I finessed that shit, man. Got that shit in the works, you know.
Man, that's surprising to me because he used to always tell me how dope you were.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think it was just ego shit, you know.
Or do you find sometimes it take cats a minute to get used to your style?
Yeah. It takes people, it takes some people, they're like, yo, I've been hearing about you for years, and they like, I never really got on, but they like, man, I fuck with you now.
No,
you know what I mean?
I'm talking about how you dress.
Yeah, but I kind of just force it on people though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so what? You can't say it look bad. You know, it's just maybe not what you want it to be or what you thought it should be, but you can't say it look bad though.
Hey, look, I ain't trying to be cocky, but like I assume this probably happened to you too. You ever bought some shit just because you like it, and then motherfuckers make fun of you, and then like somebody say it in a song and it become popular, and then they come back and ask you like that happened with me with Iceberg. Like they was making fun of me until Jay-Z talked about it, or it'd be shit that like 10 motherfuckers be like, where you get that weird shit? But then like I remember I copped some duck boots before Nike was making the duck boots. Just because I thought them shits looked kind of dope, and I lived in DC, I was tired of scuffing my shit up when it rained. You feel me? So I was rocking the duck boots on some like logistical shit, and like 10 motherfuckers made fun of me. But then like a girl was like, "Yo, those look good," and sure enough, like 2 weeks later, like at least 6 of them 10 dudes had fucking duck boots next time it was raining.
Yeah, man. No, man. I feel like because I always hear people talking and shit, and you know, whatever, they don't say it to me, but I mean, they always end up copying the shit later anyway, like you saying. So it's like now I've learned, like, I don't even be tripping because I know they gonna steal it and they gonna pretend like they didn't see me doing it.
Man, fuck tripping, bro. Don't you feel empowered that like at some point you must have at some level fought to be yourself, or at least I don't know, fought might be a strong word, but you went against the grain with your originality. And here you are all these years later, validated for being yourself. And you can, and how many people can look back and say they follow some fashion trend like a dumbass, and me and you, we can say here secure in the knowledge that we ain't never rocked some unless we liked it.
Unless we liked it, man, for real. I never followed the trends, man, you know. Even when I was a kid, man, I didn't follow trends, man. That shit, I would just notice like it'd be over too fast. It's over, and then it's over, and then it's over, and then it's like, man, I'm gonna just do my own thing. That's why I started, just wearing. That's why I stopped wearing like shit with logos on the front of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like, I'm not no billboard, bro, for you motherfuckers. Like all these kids wearing like them cookies and them weed brands that they be wearing as clothes and shit, book bags and shit. You motherfuckers are just billboards, man, and y'all not even getting paid for that.
Yeah, man, word. I mean, yeah, that's
why I've always rocked
that's why
Polo.
we both wearing shit that got, our own shit on it. So I'm all the way with you. But yeah, I still cop low though. I can't front.
Yeah, man. I've been always I'm wearing low in my baby pictures, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got pictures when I was a kid. I'm in low. I've always been a low head. I've always, always just by accident.
Yo, do you got any type of athletic background? Because on that one video, man, you crush jumping, man, you got over that grocery cart like that shit was nothing.
Oh, nah, man. I was maybe trying to play sports at the beginning and shit, man. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I just wanted to be a thug, man, when I was a kid, bro. I ain't want to be shit else, bro.
Nah, I feel you, bro. Cause like I grew up like John near where Kevin Durant grew up in PG County, right? And like yeah. I ain't have no motherfucking white friends, and we used to sit around. I'll age myself, but like VCRs and shit. And all summer long, we just like when it's too hot, you wouldn't go to the basketball court till the sun started going down. So like we sit in the crib and watch like Menace and New Jack City and Goodfellas and all that shit over and over and over and over. And like, yeah, and like it might have been some. Well, actually, Monty Williams is from our neighborhood, but we only seen him there once. But like anybody that was like a doctor or a lawyer or some shit, I guess they got caught up by crack or they left and never came back. And it really didn't seem to be It was like McDonald's, get you a basketball scholarship. Cats and the thing that would happen is motherfuckers was getting like substandard educations, right? So they'd have good grades and go to college. But then when they get to college at the beginning, they're in remedial classes that don't count towards their degree, and they get more into debt, and then that should be disheartening because they didn't learn how to write a college paper in high school. You feel me? So right. So it was like, in some ways, to our limited worldview, that shit made the most motherfucking sense.
Yeah, that's deep though. That's real shit. That's real shit.
I mean, NASA wasn't around the motherfucker recruiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, who the fuck want to work with? I mean, it's ironic. Like I was thinking, one time I couldn't make bail on some shit, and I was facing 20. I mean, it ended up being nothing. But I was sitting there thinking, like, man, if I started working at McDonald's when I was 16, by the time I did the little 85% of the sentence, if I got it, I could have been retired from McDonald's with a pension.
Yeah, shit.
But then on the other hand, I would have worked at McDonald's for 20 years. So shit, I don't know. I don't even know what's the lesser of two evils in that situation.
I know, right? I'm trying to think, like, shit. Word. Well, yeah, I would have just rather been at McDonald's because at least I'm outside.
Yeah, and there's females.
Yeah, right.
Hey, so before we finish up, musically, outside of rap, well, I saw on the one joint, yo, you got impeccable R&B taste, brother, because I too am a huge fan of Total and Escape. But outside of like R&B and I mean, if you want to hit me with some soul or some funk or some old time shit, but and rap, what's some shit you listen to a lot? And do you have a favorite rock band?
Man, I listen to just a lot of shit that influenced a lot of shit, man. Like I was raised by a village. So like I would go to one family's house and I would hear, salsa music, Spanish culture music all day, every day. Then I go to my, to my black family's crib and it would be soul and funk all weekend. Then I would go to my white family's crib. It'll be country music and, you know, some softer R&B shit, you know, maybe some like Anita Baker, some shit like that. Cause like that's what was out on the radio or whatever the fuck.
Some Sade or some shit.
Yeah, right. Some Seal or something.
Yeah.
You feel me? You feel me? You know, and then you know, go over my my Indian homie crib, and they playing Indian music and shit. And I feel like all that stuff, like and then like I would be in my room listening to R&B music, rap shit. I was just telling my homie I was R&B first, and then I was rap. You know what I'm saying? And that was because like my brother was such into rap shit so heavily. And I felt like, damn, nigga, you missing out on all this good R&B. Like, yeah, for sure with the rap, for sure. But like you missing out on all this R&B. So it was like, you know, but yeah, man. Music, just music. I'm glad I got a good mixture of music because that's what shaped my style. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't sound like nobody, G. Word. You know what I'm saying? You can even say my music trash, but you can't say I sound like nobody.
Man, I see a couple motherfuckers kept trying to say Max B, and I'm like, man, they out their motherfucking mind.
Well, even if they did say Max B, that's dope, man. I would actually take that one.
I mean, I can see some similarities, but like it's just not at all the same thing. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's intellectually lazy. That probably I think it means like they saw the jumps where you were singing a little bit at first. Like maybe if they heard like the go ahead.
I'll be completely honest. They're 100% right. Because I tell this to rappers all the time, like, don't listen to rap, because that's why rap is continuing this cycle of sounding exactly the same, because everyone's listening to the same shit, making the same shit because they're influenced by the same shit.
And so there are accessing that soul music. Yep.
There are eras of my music where you can go back to it and you can hear when I sounded like a certain rapper who I was obsessed with at that time. So if a motherfucker was saying that it sounded like Max B, then yeah, they probably was right, because I probably was listening to hella Max B at that time.
Oh shit, I stand corrected. Well then, just out of curiosity, who's another rapper you were obsessed with?
Rock Marciano.
Yeah,
like a motherfucker. Who else? Danny Brown.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yo, did you ever hear that Danny Brown, Tony Yates? I know it's still on Dat Piff. That's how I found out.
Yeah.
Man, that shit went hard as a motherfucker. Tony Yates part did too.
You know, Danny said he wrote the whole album.
I believe it. I know somebody that was around the camp at the time, and they said that the reason he didn't sign was because 50 kept trying to make him wear baggy jeans, and he was like, nah.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. Danny said he wrote that whole album, including Dude's verses.
Well, it surprised me. Shit is definitely not unheard of. I mean, don't name no names, but I already know that you know about some ghost situations.
Oh yeah, man. I'm man. Hey, man.
Yeah, no,
I'm not. You know. Hey, I wouldn't put nobody out there, because it's not my business to either fuck my bread up or tell on nobody. But I know who to respect. I know who got the game and who don't. You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, what's understood don't need to be said, right?
Exactly.
So, all right, so we'll finish up with your socials, but what's your next move? You gonna keep promoting Growthfully Developed? You got a single you gonna drop? I see you ain't had a video for a minute.
Yeah, no, I got some. I just shot a video yesterday, actually, and I got some other shit in the mix. I'm putting together a show, because you know I'm trying to get back out here. So I got a lot of little shit going on, to where like you know, I just be, you know, just ain't got time to really plan a video out, but I'm working on that shit real smooth. Like I got some, you know what I'm saying, I got some people that want to work. I got this dude from LA, got this dude from New York. They're both coming to Chicago in the spring, summerish time. We gonna shoot some shit. So yeah, I got some shit going. It's just you know, things are just, you know, opening back up from where they was at. You know, everybody's getting right back to what they was on and shit, you know. So I'm just going with the motions of that shit.
You still pressing the tapes and the vinyls?
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
And where can people buy those at?
At Chong Wizard, just on Bandcamp, Chong Wizard. I got CDs, vinyl, tape, bars of soap. No, I think the soap sold out. I got some other little trinkets, you know, that come with albums and shit, man. Go fuck that shit up, man. You know what I mean? I got and then yeah, I got these shirts coming out. You know, they're not even out. Don't nobody even know nothing about them, nothing.
Word. Oh man, that's one thing I forgot to ask you though. How do you personally satisfy your soul and not society? Because I love that line.
I live myself. I live my truth. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's trying to like impress everybody for no reason. Like nobody gives a fuck, but you're still trying to impress them. Like live your truth, G. Satisfy your soul, not society, bro. Real talk, G. Enjoy yourself. That's what that line mean. Enjoy yourself, G.
Word. I'm putting that into motion for like the last 4 or 5 years. I've tried to use way less Instagram and spend way more time with my children.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro. I'm trying to I put down the Instagram so much to start making beats on my own, like making my own beats. Like I've been making beats for a couple years now, but I'm starting. I want to make my own shit like on my own because it'll transform into a new sound. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
So yeah, it's coming along too, man. It's already sounding different. It's already sounding, you know, it's already becoming its own thing.
Man, that's what's up. I'm looking forward to hearing that. So I mean, man, I appreciate your time. And last thing, what's your socials and the best place they can say that Bandcamp again?
If you want to cop merch and shit, go to Chong Wizard, like his Bandcamp. Just go to Bandcamp, type in Chong Wizard. My socials are all Chris Crack NBC, like New Deal Crew. Yeah, man, I'm out here, man. My website is thanksuncletrill.com.
Word. Well, shit, brother. Not to be redundant, thank you for your time. Thanks, Uncle Trill. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you, G.
All right, man. I'll hit you up, man. You take it light.
All right, Brody.
Peace.